So what a sight this is. Another edition of this proud competition, just seemingly bigger and better still. Faces, of course, have come and gone, but some things never change. Those first day feelings, new hopes, new expectations, and the belief that maybe, just maybe, this time it will be your turn. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So straight into the action. Foot in. Oh, it's Batistuta. In with the challenge. Now, can they get him away? That has ended up in no man's land. And here's Shevchenko. And he's gone for goal! Oh, he's been caught on it here. And it's Zanetti. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Mancini gets his final warning.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
Hernandez does well to get it back. That's a shade optimistic.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Spread to the right. And he's managed to get... Here's a chance! And the keeper couldn't hold it. And for a moment, time stood still. And he's straight offside. And he's there to retrieve it. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Pass somewhat off target. Now it's Batistuta. Oh, now he can run away with it. Batistuta makes a dash for it. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. It's Totti! Goal! Inter! And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Gol per l'Inter. Ha segnato al 17° minuto, numero 6. Totti!
You felt it was coming, 1-0.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Bastoni makes the interception. Bastoni is there to clear. And this is Shevchenko. Applies the finish! Oh, that's a waste.
Shevchenko probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
That has not gone well. Rafael Leao.
Roma really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
He's been bundled over, that is a foul. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. Totti is eyeing up his options in the middle. And that was very necessary. He's shifting through the gears here. Dumfries with the foul. And he is going into that little black book. I do think he's feeling the effects of that tackle.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Can he latch on to this?
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
Modric. Modric proves just a little bit too strong. Now it's Shevchenko. Pavlovic does really well to win the ball there. 30 minutes gone. Now it's Rafael Leao. Rafael Leao charging forward, the ball at his feet. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. He is through here. Shapes to shoot! That could spell trouble. Just too much on that. That's going to go a long way. It's gone for a throw-in.
Roma certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Now it's Totti. He's beaten the last man. Little doubt, that is a foul. Oh, that's a booking, always looked it. He does seem to be in considerable discomfort, but do hope it's nothing serious. It is a fair distance from goal. I'm not sure if he'll have a go. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Ribery does really well there, he is strong. Mancini gets it away. Strong running down that left flank. And he's whipped it across. Keeper's dealt with that. Shoots! It's run loose, who's going to get there? And that is a little undercooked.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
Mkhitaryan. Passing is crisp and sharp, and he cuts out the supply. Oh, it's come loose! And he's heaved it away. Serginho. Played for Chiellini. Now, try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Well, there's the clearance. And the referee has signalled for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. So we're off again.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
Gets a good foot in there. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. And it's Modric. Thuram. Ribery. Now it's Rafael Leao. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Serginho gets a foot in here. Oh, We expected better, and so did he. Pavlovic is fouled. And it's Modric.
Oh, great feat, that.
He's got away.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Dovbik. Gendouzi. Well, that is one way to stop him. And it's Batistuta. It's a good run down the right. He's found the way through. Oh, that's neat.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Still chasing the game, trailing by 1. Mkhitaryan. Your impression so far, Jim?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it.
And the pass is intercepted. Ndika. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
And he was quick to react. Goes for goal! Now it's Dovbik. Now it's Shevchenko. Mkhitaryan! Mkhitaryan! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
And here's Shevchenko.
Roma really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And Batistuta! Oh, split-second reaction.
It's quite a show he's putting on here. This is excellent work.
Whistle's gone, that's foul.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 18, numero 22, numero 27. Lasciano il campo per il numero 78.
Into the arms of the goalkeeper.
I was expecting him to play it in until I saw his run-up.
Pirlo. Pirlo.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And claimed it back swiftly.
Roma really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
And that is well cleared. And this is Totti. Ndika with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. No, not quite on the same wavelength. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
He's had it taken off him.
Roma appear determined to play through the middle again. And guess what? It's the same result.
Pirlo. Zaragoza. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Oh, well played, well sorted out.
Roma really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Modric plays it in. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Well, this may not be the kindest angle for a direct hit. Pirlo running with intent.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. No, he wasn't going to let him past. Zaragoza. That's been cut out, well played. Guendouzi. They knocked and knocked, but there is time for no more. So in the very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. Things are bubbling up quite nicely here. A healthy whiff of expectation laced with the odd infusion of nerves. Everyone knows what's at stake here. The chance to play on a grander stage. It is time now to focus. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Serginho, now he is quick.
Rapid, Peter, absolutely rapid.
I suppose if there was such a thing as a model Brazilian fullback, he'd be pretty close to it, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you don't win all those honours at club and international level without doing something right.
He's had a shot! Mkhitaryan! And it's there! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That has been drummed into him from such an early age, Peter. It almost came as second nature. He susses the keeper couldn't hold on to it, and he's there in a flash.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level has gone up a notch or 10.
Pass somewhat off target. Oh, terrible pass. And he's got away from him. He's been side down. Is that a penalty? The referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick. Pirlo has been sent off for that incident. The referee showed no hesitation in getting out a straight red card.
It looked avoidable and unnecessary, but it makes you think that he was trying to intimidate.
Can he get it through? Oh, that's well spotted. So just the one early goal to report so far, and the score is 1-0. Nicely weighted ball, and he welcomes it in. Oh, he's got a sight of goal, and the shot! And there's a goal! And the lead lost no time at all!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if...
Great chance! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, he looked pretty much unstoppable there. The only thing missing was the finish, of course.
And it's Mkhitaryan. Guendouzi. Right, Shevchenko. Stood up well to him there. The counter-attack is on here for Inter. Oh, well measured. Now, this could be a chance. Has to go back here. Has a look and place it forward. Now it's Martinez. Now it's Dovbyk. Can he get on the end of this? And that's a simple one for the keeper. Now that's well seen too. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. De Vrij promptly onto that, and that is that. That is good alertness. Modric. Paz. He came in hard, very hard. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. He's in a great position here. Ribery. Modric. Threads one in. He can run onto that. Chiellini cuts it out. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Inter clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, that is one way to stop him. Goes for a shot! Goal! Inter! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Inter Milan have their lead.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
Ndika has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles. That has not gone well. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Zanetti. Tries to play it through. Dovbyk. He is through here. Chance! Of course! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
That was easy, almost too easy.
Yeah, it's simply tragic.
Oh, he's taken it. Martinez. And here comes the corner. And we have our very first corner. And that should get the job done. And there's the shot! That was quite a hit. Zanetti. Now, can they get him away? Not the most accurate pass. Bastoni spots it and intercepts. And that was nowhere near his best. That's it, 45 minutes up. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. Some first half thoughts?
Well, we've seen at times it can be harder to play against 10, and that seems to be holding true so far. Something I've experienced in the past, and with this sort of intensity and fearlessness, who knows, they might just get something they want.
Well, it has been a high-octane first half, full of action, both sides with 2 goals going in at half-time. So it's back to business. Looking to play him in. Oh, just skips, there's the shot! And he couldn't finish.
This is turning into a repeat offenders affair. The keepers won't be complaining, though.
He's got away.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Oh, this looks sharp. Bastoni kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now it's Dovbyk. Bastoni wins the duel this time. Çalhanoğlu. Now it's Martinez. Well, that pass isn't the best. Martinez is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Modric makes the interception. Serginho. Dovbyk. The Fry gets across to intercept that. Paz. He's on it, can he get away? Whistle's gone, that's foul. Mancini has been given his marching orders. He had already been on a yellow card from a previous incident. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Guendouzi. Serginho. Serginho has it out wide and in space. Oh, well played, well played. Paz. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
It's a pretty loose pass. Tries to pass it through. That ball looks a good one. Oh, good take in a good area. Oh, shooting chance! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Oh, good play on the left-hand side here. He's a sharp little ball here. And Shevchenko! That's really well cleared. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Modric.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
He's found the way through. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. That is ended up in no man's land. Now it's Martinez. Looking for the run.
Pretty robust defending.
Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. He has found the way through. That's going to go a long way.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
And this is Çalhanoğlu, and it's made its way, and the shot! Goal! Inter! Into the lead once more. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
Attenzione, un cambio.
So we have further activity on the bench here. Inter Milan with the lead. Guendouzi. 75 minutes played. And this is Shevchenko.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually...
Oh, a gilt-edged chance! Oh, it's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Well, he's not the type that's short on self-belief, so that could rub off on his teammates now.
And he's taking no chances there. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And that's surely a foul. Free kick. And no surprise, that's a booking. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. And the shot's on here. Zaragoza spread it left. And that's a dangerous ball.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Serginho gets it away.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Modric. Looking for options for movement. Oh, that's a fine interception. Now it's Shevchenko. Paz has found the net here, of course.
Il quarto uomo indica 4 minuti di recupero.
Time added on 4 minutes. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Ribery. That has not gone well. Zaragoza. Oh, that's a key interception. Oh, there's the clearance. Nicked it back promptly. Ferguson. Mkhitaryan. Sommer gets his hands on it, and added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. Well, the next couple of hours or so will be critical in deciding their ultimate fate. Having made their intentions clear at the start of all this, now they have the chance to make it happen. It is all eyes forward and full steam ahead. Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. We are just getting started. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Serbia has produced some fine defenders in recent times.
Mkhitaryan! Oh, it's come loose. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Spread out to the left. He's a sharp little ball here. Pulisic in acres of space out wide.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And we have our very first corner. Goes for a shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's Rabiot. Now that looks a decent ball. Great chance! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And this is Dybala, Shevchenko! And that is doing no harm at all. Oh, that's a key interception. Jimenez. He's looking wide. And he was quick to react. Nkunku. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Quarter of an hour played. It's a pretty loose pass. That's an imaginative pass. He has found the way through. That's tidy. Now this could be a chance. Guendouzi can get it clear. Serginho is one whose deliveries we all know about. Plays it through. Not the most accurate pass. Played into space. Hermoso cuts out the pass.
Roma are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Mkhitaryan! That's going to go a long way. No way through. So tries a shot! But he's left disappointed. Milan do have a chance to counter here. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Gets a good foot in there. Pulisic showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. He's having a hit! And needless to say, that deserved better.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
Modric. Great vision. Nkunku! Getting better and better. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Decent chance! And he makes no mistake. Just one in it now. The game takes on a whole new complexion. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Now it's Shevchenko. He's picked his way through. Real chance! That was superb goalkeeping.
Well, convincing, that most certainly wasn't. He did well to rescue it, though, I'll give him that.
That is ended up in no man's land. And there's green grass ahead of him. He's got away. And Musso attempts a clearance. Can he get on the end of this? No, no way through. And he whips it, takes a shot! Ah, there was a decent attempt in the end.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Jimenez. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? 40 minutes gone. Half-time closing in. Now, can they get him away? That's been slipped through. No, it's come to nothing. And they've got rid. Ndika promptly onto that, and that is that. Looking for the run. Oh, he's onto this. He's on it. Can he get away? Shot a goal! Oh, no, it's an own goal!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
Füllkrug receives it in a good position here. Pavlovic spots it and intercepts. Aimed beyond the defence. And the finish! And we've reached half-time. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. And we are up to the break.
I think it shows you the danger of not killing off the game when you've got the opportunity. It might be level on paper, Peter, but we know who has the momentum now to go on and win this.
Well, this has been gripping stuff. 4 goals evenly shared at the interval. It's 2-2. The second half then, just getting going.
Roma are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Modric thinks about the shot, just eases him off the ball. Mkhitaryan unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Chiellini gets over and intercepts. The pass has gone astray. Tries to play it through. And it's Zanetti. Well, that pass isn't the best. Gabbia. Well, that has not gone well. Füllkrug. Chiellini. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Mkhitaryan. Some good work on the right flank here. And it's Modric. And it's Dybala. He'll try from distance! And it's hit the woodwork and out! That is a brilliant interception. Mkhitaryan! Just a tiny bit high.
Well, I think the defence are breathing a big sigh of relief here. He really spanked that, and it wasn't far away at all.
Chiellini kept his eye on it, and he's there. Knocks it into space. Nkunku is fouled, and he has shown him a yellow card. Nicely weighted ball. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
Mignon gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Well, nicely intercepted. Zanetti. He's through here. Tomori. Jimenez. That's a shade optimistic. Ndika. Jimenez. And it's been hooked away. And here's Pulisic. And that was very necessary.
Cambio di giocatori.
Dybala. Now it's Shevchenko. Rabiot goes sliding in. Jimenez might just make this. Nkunku.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Modric. And Serginho. Serginho making good progress. That is good alertness. Rabiot threads one in.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Pulisic. And here's Shevchenko. Now there's a find. Can he finish? It's anyone's ball now. Jimenez.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Good ball, good take. Pulisic, who's set up one goal so far. And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card.
Well, the goalkeeper's a lucky boy there.
Engages and forces him off the ball. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Fulkrug. Modric. Zaragoza. Zaragoza, rapid and full of intent. And this is Shevchenko. It's a foul, it's in the box, it's a penalty. So a big chance now from 12 yards.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
Can he? Will he? The comeback is complete! As close to a certainty as can be.
Yeah, the keeper was trying to make him think that he was going to dive one way here. Could have just held a little longer.
Well, they've done the hard part, now to survive the last few minutes.
Well, it's the type of call that can't be given if there's even the slightest doubt. It had to be spot on.
Tomori. Shevchenko. Nkunku. Jimenez. Oh, he's on his own! And we're done. Perfect result, perfect outcome. A test passed with flying colours. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim? Well, hello and welcome to you all on this opening day. Two teams, each seeking the perfect pick-me-up start at the expense of each other. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So things are underway. Mehdi Benatia, a near certain selection, a stalwart at both club and international level.
Well, he has the look of someone that no matter what questions are asked of him by the opposition attacks, he will have all the answers.
And so what are those standout qualities?
Well, I think his size and athleticism means it's very hard to get at him in the air. And while he's not that tenacious or aggressive, he certainly isn't rash. He's very confident, he's very composed on the ball too. So in short, he's a very well-rounded player, I would say.
And here's Shevchenko. That's really well cleared. Guendouzi. Serginho is in a really good position out wide. And this is Mkhitaryan.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Just eases him off the ball.
Shevchenko really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Tries one from range. Superb by Modric. Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And we have liftoff. He just absolutely speared that in.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, that's really changed the mood in the stands, Peter. It ought to encourage more positive football, a more front-footed approach. It's got to be.
That's put paid to the danger. And it's Guendouzi. And this is Shevchenko. Real chance! It's in! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! That was easy, almost too easy.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Oh, Red, nice interception. Modric. Always onto this. Dovbik. And they're quick to get it back. And it's Shevchenko. Serginho. Mkhitaryan. Zanetti picks it up now. He is through here. That's very neat. And this is Mkhitaryan. And that was very necessary. Dybala looking for a runner. And there's green grass ahead of him. Chiellini. Guendouzi. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Piscini. Good ball, good take. And here's Shevchenko. He's under a lot of pressure there. And he can thump it away.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Dybala. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Now it's Dybala. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Dovbik. Spread out to the left. And this is Shevchenko. Dovbik! Well taken goal. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. Killer pass, perfectly delivered.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
You can never be too safe with someone like him around. They got away with that.
Cleared without hesitation. And now they can spring out of defence. He's shifting through the gears here. And he's managed to get free. Cleared away. And he's only too happy to take that back.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Ndika kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Shevchenko. That's been cut out, well played. Not the most accurate pass. A heavy challenge. And Dybala! That's a bad place to challenge. What's he giving? No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area. Ndika did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
He's picked his way through. Dybala. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. Either side holding back here, it has been quite a half this.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Goals, goals and more goals. That's been the story of the half. The team separated by the tiniest of margins at the break. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. And here's Shevchenko. Now it's Dovbyk. And he's heaved it away, nicked it back promptly. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Modric. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. That has been cut short. El Ainawi. And here's the chance to counter. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. Serginho is looking to influence the game from out wide. And it's Kone. And here's Shevchenko. And here's Dovbyk. Dovbyk has got himself a free kick.
Disappointing, very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
Shevchenko ready to try one. And now as good a time as any to pull level. Shevchenko! Oh, smart save, he had plenty to do.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Mkhitaryan gets into a good position. He has found the way through. That is lovely. Forced to go back. Shevchenko was only too happy to help out in defence.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Benatia does well to get it back. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
And here's Shevchenko. Shevchenko, well, played right into his path. He's got away. Oh, great defending, that needed doing.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And he has been fouled there. And that's going to be a booking.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 22. Lascia il campo per il numero 20.
Shevchenko with a real chance here.
Well, I think they could do with making this count, especially from here.
Shevchenko! But he's left disappointed.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Kone. No, that's been intercepted. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Zanetti. And Marlon. He's found a way through. And he was quick to react. And it's with the keeper. Dealt with nicely by the defence. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away.
Sostituzioni di giocatori. Numero 14, Modric. Numero 17, lasciano il campo per
And
il
Musso
numero 7.
is there, and he can get that clear. Zanetti. Dovbyk! Oh, quite a hit and quite a touch too.
Dovbyk certainly made the right decision there to hit it first time. I had the feeling he might try it the way the ball arrived.
Dybala with the cross.
Roma really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Tries to pass it through. It's a searching pass. Oh, delightful ball. He's having a shot! Shevchenko! This guy is class! He's got himself an absolute peach. Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
And now he has two. So the lead now is 2.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that 2-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Deftly away. Nicely weighted ball. Neatly clipped into space. And Shevchenko! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
This is turning into a repeat offenders affair. The keepers won't be complaining, though.
Kone. Now it's Dovbyk. Great defending, strong and determined. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Can he finish? And that is certainly not what he had in mind. Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence.
Il quarto uomo indica 4 minuti di recupero.
Oh, that's a key interception. Looking for the run. And there's green grass ahead of him. Mignon breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Probing pass. Serginho. Oh, that pass isn't the best. The referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Perfect result, perfect outcome. A test passed with flying colours. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Roma can be really happy with this. I saw it as one of these defining games for them, and they showed real character to get the job done. A big statement for anyone who might be up next.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.
Gli appositi cestini per la raccolta differenziata situati vicino all'ingresso. Grazie.
Well, it is only day one, but already there is a palpable sense of obligation right from the start. These teams know they cannot falter. Well, you've got to say the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an atmosphere. 80,000 here in black and blue. The dress code is a strict one. We are just getting started. Jim, which player... And the finish! Goal! Inter! And what a start!
Well, talking about stepping things up from the off, that's how you start a football match. Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
So the game's first significant... Chiesa! Well taken goal. Not one, but two. It is a dream start. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from...
It's Mkhitaryan! Nicely spread.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
This is a promising build-up. Great ball, and he's in here. Chiesa! Oh, wow, that's crazy! And wow, he has given that a right old hit.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant every bit of this.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
This is from...
And Shevchenko! Takes the shot! Lacking in accuracy.
Well, that's a sign that he clearly feels the need to take it upon himself to try and get his side back into this.
Oh, good-looking ball. Great vision. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Well, already it looks like game over, and we've hardly begun. Some good work on the right flank here. Mateus proves just a little bit too strong. And it's made its way to him. Great chance! Relentless! Just relentless! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! That is a diamond of a goal. The planning immaculate, the execution brilliant.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
He's got four. That is remarkable. Inter Milan are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Now it's Dybala. Mkhitaryan. And he's had it nicked away. Can he get it through? Shot could Del Piero! Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. No, that's been intercepted.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Chiesa! And that's a tiny finish. They are purring, truly purring.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
Another one. This must be his personal high. And Dybala! It's in! Well, they may be down, but they're in no mood to go quietly. Costa Curta. Almost half an hour in now. He's got away. Barella. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Modric. Mkhitaryan. Now it's Dybala. Chiesa gets a good foot in there. Guendouzi. Gattuso. Now it's Del Piero. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. Mateus! Terrific from Mateus! A finish right from the top draw. They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come. Oh, that is a bit special.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Inter Milan are having a ball here. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Mateus can so cleverly bypass the press. And it's been hooked away. Inter Milan with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Oh, that's neat. Bastoni. He's a sharp little ball here. It's a threatening ball. Nice control. And this is Del Piero. Chance, surely! No, that's just wide. Well, that looks a decent ball. Just a keeper and a chance! It's a goal! And they're threatening to fly away here.
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
Well timed, excellent interception. Now it's Dybala. He has found the way. Dybala! Oh, great effort, but he's produced a save to match.
Roma are stuck in a rut, and impatient putts at goal won't really help their cause here. They need somebody to communicate composure and something more constructive.
Chiesa finds himself offside.
It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. Staggering, just staggering. Not in their wildest dreams would they have expected a half-time scoreline like this. So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. Down to business again. 45 minutes to change their fate. And here's Shevchenko. Gattuso is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. And that's a dangerous ball. He's had a shot! Oh, he's kicked it out. That's a great save.
Roma certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter.
Shevchenko! Del Piero.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Poor robust challenge. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Looking for options for movement. Serginho showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Barella.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
He's found the way through.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Played out wide. Now it's Barella. And he's in on goal. And the shot! Oh, terrific save.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Corner number 2 then. Oh, he's having a go! Corner number 3 coming up. Serginho getting this one clear. And here's Donatoni. Played into space. That's been cut out, well played. Costa Curta. There's the man who is effectively the team's security policy. And he plays one through. This might spell danger. Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. Svila must save this. He has spurned it.
A cool head was needed there, and we got anything but.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Bastoni. Here's Cannavaro. Now it's Chiesa. Zanetti. Now, can they get him away?
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Now it's Del Piero. And he's managed to get free. Oh, super! He's having a shot! Fantastic from Chiesa! That is a gem! An absolute gem! It hurts, does it not? Oh, how reality hurts. Real chance! Oh, it's fallen loose again! And a neat finish! And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary. This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
He's shifting through the gears here. Now there's a fine ball. Opts to play it back. He's picked his way through. Look at the space. He'll try from distance. Donatoni. Now it's Donatoni. Chance for a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. That's put pay to the danger. That's destined for the flank. Zaragoza going face-to-face with his great rival. Oh, there's a probing ball. Knocks it into space. Oh, can he finish? Fabulous from Chiesa. Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them. Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure for me.
He's going for goal! Fantastic from Chiesa! About as smooth as it gets. How many? Just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them. Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
A quick look, thought about cutting inside, and it's DiMarco. Into the last 5 minutes. Costa Curta. And here's Donatoni. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. That's Chiesa. Out towards the flank. Oh, that's fabulous. That has been knocked away. Tries to play it through. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. 5 minutes to add. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Kone. And it's Guendouzi. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Bastoni. And time is up. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more or less everyone. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, you can never predict the results of these games, as your usual indicators like form become pretty irrelevant. It's a tough one to take, but these players have got what it takes to come back from this.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all. So here we are, a new chapter begins, new heroes will arise, new legends will be written. It is time to turn the page. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the whistle and here we go.
Any attack containing Raul is a frightening sight for any defence.
His record's a frightening sight.
Well, when you think about it, most of his ilk will put themselves before the team. But Raul is different and has a greater appreciation for all that and likely to put others in before himself.
Now it's McAllister, and back to the keeper they go. Silvestre. Pirlo, looking to pass their way up the pitch. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. That is a brilliant interception. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Nicely weighted ball. Foot in. Looking to play him in. Oh, that's fabulous. Nice interception, well timed. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Now it's Foden, now it's Raul. He's looking wide. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, Waters, and the shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Raul really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Madrid with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Shooting chance! It's run loose, who's going to get there? And this is Hazard, it's a loose ball. And now a sudden chance to counter. Quick look, thought about cutting inside. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Silvestre. Now it's Foden, and the counter is on. And this is Raul, and he is dashing away. Raul showed plenty of zest in getting to... Oh, he's gifted it to the opposition. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. He's picked his way through. And Shevchenko! Goal! And there is your opener. That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
You felt it was coming, 1-0.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Messi. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent, it's almost personal, and it had to be. Ruben Neves. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Roll! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Where it came from. Messi. James goes sliding in. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. That's a lovely, neat pass. Great vision. He's in a great position here. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this. Applies the finish! Keeper's not concerned by that.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Saliba gets across to intercept that. Oh no, that was never going to make it. And it's Messi. Tries to pass it through. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Alexander-Arnold with a real chance here. Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, easy pickings there. Serginho. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Decent chance! It's a goal! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now with 2 up.
Shevchenko.
Can
Can he get on the end of this? Oh, he's found support out wide. Camavinga does well not to be outdone there. Azar. To McAllister. Distributed tidily. Now it's Messi. And he's managed to get free. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. And that is the end of the first half.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
Well, who could have predicted a scoreline like this after just 45 minutes? The sides separated by 2. So straight into the second half. He has found a way through. Maguire did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Shapes to shoot! And he's stuck it away. It is an explosive start to the second half. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
He's had a shot! Oh! Fantastic! About as smooth as it gets. He gave it plenty and some. Thrashed it in.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Succumbs to the pressure. Now it's Raul. Oh, face. Now that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. Maguire has been sent off, just to confirm that, of course, that was his second yellow card.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
Oh, good time, a chance! He's a sharp little ball here. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. That's a little off target. Well, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Foden. Now it's Raul.
Yeah, the hat-trick is definitely on his mind, Peter. He wants to get it over with as quickly as he can. Just about everything he's done, for me, he's done it with real conviction.
He certainly has. Really satisfying performance from him. A smiling satisfaction emanating from him. He is embracing this game. Timber has got the wrong... It's a quick one. Raul. Azar. Looking for the run. Always onto this.
It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Madrid have their second corner now. James getting this one clear. And it's McAllister. Pinches it off him. And now they can spring out of defence. He's found a way through. Shevchenko with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, you can't grumble when a player at least tries to make something happen.
Aimed beyond the defence. And the finish! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Yeah, he may have snatched it down a bit, even though it was quite close.
Cristiano Ronaldo lascia il campo per il numero 18, Berbatov.
He's had it taken off him. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Serginho. Now it's Berbatov. Well timed, excellent interception. It's a pretty loose pass. Just about up to 75 minutes. And it's been played through. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 5.
So we have further activity on the bench here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Berbatov. Azar. No, that's been intercepted. Pirlo. Berbatov. And that's a dangerous chance for a shot! And it's there! Pomp, panache and passion. This, a man full of it all. A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
So now the difference is 3.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Now it's Azar. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, right place, right time.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And the through ball. Azar. It's Azar! And with the goal at his mercy, a dreadful miss.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 8.
So a bit of a revolving door here.
Numero 6.
Lots and lots of changes. Shevchenko being withdrawn, but not without warm applause.
Listen, by taking him off now, the hat-trick hero gets a lovely ovation from the crowd, and I think the opposition will be just glad to see the back of him.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Pressing. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. And he's going to have his name taken. He's having a good look here. So, a genuine chance to increase the lead. Pirlo! No, not quite.
Il quarto uomo indica 6 minuti di recupero.
Dembele. And it's Berbatov. Threads one in. Pirlo. Berbatov. Now it's Foden. Saliba powering forward here, and it's been played through. Van Dijk calmly anticipates. Messi. That is ended up in no man's land. Played through into space. Zanetti in acres of space out wide. Shot could be on. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win. How do you look back on the game then, Jim? Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So things are underway. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, I think we can expect to see more than a few...
And Shevchenko! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. Oh, he's having a go! Sharp and fizzing, but not quite.
James certainly made the right decision there to hit it first time. I had the feeling he might try it the way the ball arrived.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. In with the challenge. Real chance! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
It's their second corner of the game. And he thumps it clear. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. That's rather hopeful. Good try, very good try in fact.
Well, he does strike a very pure ball, doesn't he? It's great technique.
Hakimi. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Look at the space here. Takes a shot! There it is!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Barcelona are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Cafu just loves to go forward whenever he can. And it's Ribery. And this is Neymar.
Neymar really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Oh, that is asking for trouble. Oh, now he can run away with Shevchenko! And no mistake. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up. Something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Ribery. And he's running through. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. But that is one way to stop him.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Big chance! Spread to the right. Not the most accurate pass. And it's Olmo. Pirlo conjures time and space where few can. He's found space here. Could be danger here. Shev goes for a shot! And it's there! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Albert Ferrer kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Serginho, and that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Neymar. He's found a way through. Chance, surely! Oh, it's come off the upright. Oh, that's a key interception. He's a sharp little ball here. Pirlo is the team's great visionary. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Cafu. And it's Messi. Ribéry. Azar. It's a good spell of possession, this. Passing is crisp and sharp. That's been cut out, well played. Played out towards the right wing. Oh, there's a probing ball. And he's chosen to go back. Pirlo. Another pass, just keeps it ticking over. Neymar. Chiellini. Serginho, given the lift of his goal. And Shevchenko! And that's off target.
Shevchenko really looks sharp out there. That first touch, sensation.
And it's Messi.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
He's got away.
Such good technique.
Silvestre does well to get it back. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Now, he's got space here. And no, that was never going to make it. And the referee has signalled for half-time. Well, the mood in the two camps couldn't be more different as they go in for half-time. Elation on one side, misery on the other.
Well, they're in a great position, Peter, so why stop now? I would say keep going, keep at it. They've done everything right so far, so they'll want to keep things that way.
It's hard to believe we're only at half-time. The lead is 3, but for how long? It's anyone's guess. The second half is up and running. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Pirlo. Cristiano Ronaldo.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Sends it crossfield. Now it's Messi. That is a great pick out. And he's managed to get free. James. Pirlo. And Serginho. And this is Shevchenko. Ribéry. Tries to play it through. That's a nicely shaped ball. And the finish! A real chance and a real let-off.
Barcelona really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Well read, nice interception. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Roma clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
This game already looks like a fait accompli. And the ball's come loose here. And how did he not make it 4?
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
And now they can spring out of defence. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Quarter of an hour into the second half. And he was quick to react. Lovely pass, but can he get there? It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
And this is Shevchenko. Hakimi kept his eye on it, and he's there. And he's there to get it away. And that has left him in a heap. And they win it back again. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Dani Olmo. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Oh, no joy this time. Oblak clears. Looking for the run. Just eases him off the ball.
That's going in strongly.
He's been bundled over, that is a foul. And he's going to have his name taken.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Well, great position for a cross this, Peter. Now to get good contact on it.
Well, plenty of early set pieces here. Oh, that's a waste.
Messi clearly thought he could deceive the keeper, but not like that.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal
Time then for the
21,
first substitution of the
Messi.
game.
El dorsal 20, Neymar. El dorsal 10, el dorsal 4, Ribery. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 15.
It's ended up
el
in no
dorsal
man's
11,
land.
Hazard.
Now
El
it's
dorsal
Berbatov.
27, el
Nice
dorsal
physical
22.
challenge. Well, he's certainly caught him there, it's a free kick. So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
Outstanding save to keep that out.
Look, his thinking was more audacious than his attempt.
Corner number 4 coming up here. Berbatov! And the keeper has shown real class. He had to be at his very best. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Half an hour gone in the second half. Can he get on the end of this? Can he get onto this? Space for him to turn and look. Shoots! Well, that's fallen kindly here. Keeper's not concerned by that. Pass somewhat off target. Zanetti. This is promising. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on, takes a shot! And that is high.
Yeah, but you only need to look across to the sideline to see what one makes of that, Peter.
Cambio de jugadores.
So we have further activity on the bench here. Safi Salih coming on here. A change that was broadly anticipated.
Yeah, I think the manager might have feared his team could become a little tentative, conservative even, Peter, but this will make a nice change.
Right, Shevchenko. Great vision. He has found the way through. Hazard! And he scores! What's going wide left? Five minutes left on the clock. Serginho. Chiellini simply refused to be outdone there. That's a good ball out wide. Well, that pass isn't the best. He's looking wide. And it's Zanetti.
Habrá 4 minutos
James.
de descuento.
That's good play. And Berbatov! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Kimmich. Hakimi. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank. Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. No foul, says the referee. And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was a tale of two very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. The other quite the opposite in all of those areas. The result, a very accurate reflection of what we saw. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Roma definitely impressing me here, especially the...
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Things already rolling. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And this is Berbatov. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. He's rising! Harmlessly behind. It's a good run down the right. Showing great feet there. Saliba kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Good effort from distance. And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Jorginho actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And we have our very first corner. And now they can spring out of defence. Hazard. And no, he's seen through all of that. And it's Zanetti. Turns back here, probably the best option. Well, here's a man who stunned everyone in that famous summer of 2002. He had a hand in his country's most famous goal, their most famous win, and he helped to introduce the footballing planet to Senegal.
Yeah, he did indeed, Peter. El Hadj Diouf, the undoubted driving force behind that fast powerful, direct style of football that won't shock the world.
Eze, no, he wasn't going to let him past. The referee's awarded a free kick. Still goalless. No, that's been intercepted. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. It's a really well-measured ball. Van der Ven wins the duel this time. Van der Ven did just about enough to come out on top there. And Shevchenko! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Corner number 2 then. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Porto are looking to go forward now. Now it's Cruyff. He's got away. He's in one-on-one. Can he finish? And that is wildly off target.
He'll be irritated with that, Peter. He really did spring into life as he made his run.
Zanetti delivers. So, third corner of the game. And now a sudden chance to counter. Good ball, good take. And he plays one through. He is through here. Cruyff! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Cruyff just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
That's going to go a long way. Just eases him off the ball. Shevchenko absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Nicely shaped ball. Brilliantly cut out. And he can clear it away. Alexander-Arnold.
Porto really do like to play with a distinctive style, one that's pacey and expansive.
And they have the players, those players that love a gallop or two out wide.
Yeah, they're the key supply routes, Peter, carrying the ball and then delivering it across that box.
Hazard. Oh, that's fabulous. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Diouf. Nice physical challenge. Van der Ven. Still waiting for the first breakthrough, but not for the want of trying. Now he's got space here.
Decent attempt, that, just a little mistimed.
And here's Cruyff. He's had it taken off him. Shevchenko is, of course, well known for his dancing feet. Diouf spots it and intercepts.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Pinches it off him. We are into stoppage time. Good chance here! Oh, that is a fair try. And it's half-time. So a fascinating half, full of talking points, not least that last very, very late one. And we are up to the break.
Well, both sides have been full of effort, industry, endeavour, and the stats are screaming good things at us. So it's been a very good watch for the neutrals so far, and I'm really looking forward to what's to come in the second half. This could get unpredictable.
So at the halfway stage, we still have deadlock, the score 0-0. So right back into the action. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Silvestre, back towards the middle. And it's Pirlo. Not the most convincing of passes. He's having a pop! That was mighty close. And this is Ronaldo. Saliba gets a foot in here. Juve, someone who can always claim to be the most immaculate finisher. Pass somewhat off target. He's found a way through. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. That's a sharp pass. Spread it left. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Pirlo. And Serginho. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Thinks about the shot. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Serginho. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Pirlo gets across and deals with it.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
That's a lovely, neat pass. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Pirlo cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
He's shifting through the gap. And Cruyff! It's a loose. In he goes again. And that's in. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That has been drummed into him from such an early age, Peter. It almost came as second nature. He susses the keeper couldn't hold on to it, and he's there in a flash.
Porto have fired themselves in front.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
And it's Cruyff. Berbatov. Yeah, he's fouled him there. And he's going to have his name taken. Time then for the first substitution of the game. A swift reaction then, and the boss opting to reshuffle his defence.
Look, only time will tell now if this is the right decision, but at least the manager hasn't dawdled. You know, he's reacted quickly, and it needed that.
Vamos dar uma substituição.
So we have further activity on the bench here.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
Azar. Alexander-Arnold. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. And he is going into that little black book. And they win it back again. Engages and forces him off the ball. And this is Shevchenko. Zanetti. Shoots! Saliba gets it away.
Está a proceder-se a uma substituição.
Half an hour gone in the second half. He's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, good spread. This is a promising build-up. Babaton! Oh, super goal! He's got himself an absolute peach. There seemed no way back, but they are level.
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank.
Now it's Shevchenko. Shevchenko. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, super ball! And the finish! Another one of football's and how moments.
Dembele has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it.
So their fourth corner of the game.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Duke couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Well, I appreciate the fact he's trying to make a difference, and if he carries on like that, he may well do.
And he's being shifted off it. Silvestre. Duke. There's the crossfield ball. Chiellini. He's a sharp little ball here. He has found the way through. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Duke looking understandably energised after his goal. Shevchenko. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. He's having a hit! That was superb goalkeeping!
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
All hands on deck for this one. And Dijk clears without hesitation. Saliba goes for the shot! It is close, but that is the last of it. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. So Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points, and it ended with the right result, in my opinion.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So off we go then.
Now there's a player with a silky pass and a steely tackle.
Xabi Alonso.
Yeah, a midfielder renowned for his tremendous array of passes, while offering his defence a solid shielding presence too.
Players don't come a whole lot better in his position. And Shevchenko! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. Towering header! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Hazard really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Serginho. Can he get it through? Oh, perfectly measured that. Oh, that's fabulous. And it's terrific! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Serginho gets it away. Zanetti carries the ball down the right. Threads one in. Real chance! He's scored! A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get press from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. He is through here. He's picked his way through. Silvestre with the clearance. Nedved! And that is great goalkeeping.
Nedved probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
That looks a good ball through. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Chiellini does really well to win the ball there. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo, looking tidy in possession here. Neymar. Now it's McAllister. He's got away. Now, can they get him away?
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Oh, he's been caught napping. Cleared without hesitation. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And they're quick to get it back. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Juve is offering some sort of an apology there.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Well, that's been cut out, well played. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
He has found the way through. Chiellini defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Oh, he's taken out, that'll be a foul. And he is going into that little black book. Shevchenko! And yes, it's there! 2 up now, and they are cruising. 2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. So that's 2 now without reply. And a header! It's hit the crossbar. And they've got rid. He's got plenty of space out wide here. And he's taking no chances there. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the 2 sides is the happier. Shevchenko. Looking for the run. Now it's Shevchenko. And he's managed to get free. Shevchenko. Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given. Penalty. So a big, big chance now from 12 yards. Courtois clearly engaging in mind games here. Against the crossbar. Oh, he's missed it.
A cool head was needed there, and we got anything but.
Corner number 2 then. He's going for goal! Oh, that is rather wayward.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
McAllister. Saliba. That has been cut short. Shevchenko. And this is Ronaldo. There's the shot! Oh, fantastic from Ronaldo! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! They are purring, truly purring. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
A case now of complete control.
Roma have really been terrific at...
And the finish! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. Well, that was as one-sided as it gets. Only one side have shown up here, and they're just tearing it up at will.
Roma absolutely dominated that half, Peter, and now it's all about game management. There's no need to overstretch themselves. Just stay calm and see this one out.
It's hard to believe we're only at half-time. The lead is 3, but for how long? It's anyone's guess. And we get things going again. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Good ball, good big chance! Goal! The purest possible contact. What a fabulous strike.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
Still behind by 2. Is there a way back into this? Okazaki looking to play him in. Looking for options for movement. He's found the... applies the finish! Oh, what has happened? And it's come back out to him. Oh, it's hit the post. And it's Kukcu. Decent chance! He's got away with one there.
It's really well read here, but having done the hard part, he'll be slightly disappointed not to make more of it.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Xavi Alonso. Nedved. Now it's Nedved. Aimed beyond the defence. That's the keeper's ball. Chiellini kept his eye on it, and he's there. That's a little off target.
L'affluenza di
Quarter of an hour into the second half. Spread to the right. A quick look, and he shoots! Nedved. Neymar. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, no joy this time. No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 5, Hazard. Viene sostituito con il numero 10.
Goes for the shot! Wide, but only just.
Oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target.
Nicely weighted ball. He's shifting through the gears here. Shot a goal! That is decidedly lacking.
Spirited to say the least, certainly gave this crowd something to really cheer about.
He's a sharp little ball here. And that's left him on the seat of his pants. Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. The chance to pull further clear. Not much more than a formality.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
So now the difference is 3. Neymar. And reclaimed it in a trap. Goes for a shot! This time, surely! And somehow he's managed to miss it.
Good piece of opportunism there, but wasn't able to turn it home in the end.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. That looks a decent ball. Great ball, and he's in here! Well, that's not the cross he had in mind.
That's positional goal, the utilisation of space.
Oh, that's fabulous. And it's Serginho. Oh, he's having a go! No, not quite.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Numero 11, Cristiano Ronaldo. Lascia il campo per il numero 18, Berbatov.
And that's it. Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.
Invitiamo tutti i tifosi a usare gli appositi cestini per la raccolta differenziata situati vicino